February 1945. I'm Colonel Thompson, U.S. Army Air Corps, 8th Army. I provide intelligence to American airmen flying the skies over Germany. From the rubble of bombed-out German cities came the madness of the Nazi rocket program and the creation of the Me-163 rocket plane, also known as the Komet.
Did you hear that, Captain?
Of course I heard it.
There is the Jew.
He's disappeared.
You told him to do that broadcast.
I don't know what you are talking about.
You would not shoot an unarmed lady.
I don't see a lady.
I'm coming!
Help, please, somebody!
I hear you! I'm coming!
Please help me! I can't see!
Anna? Anna?
Who's there? I'm blind, I can't see!
Anna, did you see Isaac?
Isaac! This you! Oh my god! Oh my god! He's gonna kill me! He's gonna kill me!
Anna, stop your screaming, you foolish girl. Do you want the Germans to hear you? I haven't seen any. But if we survive, there might be others. Anna, we must leave this place. Take my hand. I will not hurt you. You have my word.
Word of a Jew!
Anna, I am leaving. You can stay or you can come with me. And I am sure that Reich has many fine opportunities for a blind Polish girl.
What about the other workers?
Anna, we can barely take care of ourselves. May God be with him.
Where will we go?
Away from here. To the west, in the setting sun. To the east are the Russians. We do not want to run into them either. We must move while we still have light.
How bad will my eyes be?
I am not a medical doctor, but they appear to be bruised and bleeding. Anna, that is a wish that could be easily granted, but I do not wish to be part of it.
Are you good to walk?
I'm dizzy, a little ill. I think I may have a concussion.
Must move on.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody help me! Help! Hello? 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 Is anyone here? Who are you?
Oh, I'm Dr. Hermann. And this is Nurse Clara.
We have been taking care of you since you arrived here.
Where is here?
You are about 50 meters below the street level of Berlin.
I left Berlin. It is not safe. What is this place?
This is a medical facility.
Specifically, the operating room of this medical facility.
This is no proper hospital.
We are just a bit on the experimental side.
What happened to my leg?
Frau von Fahlenburg, what is the last thing you remember?
I was at the Kornstein. We were attacked.
Yes?
Rocket strikes. Flames everywhere. I fell over the railing into the fire. That is all I remember.
The Kornstein has been destroyed. You were very badly injured in the attack.
Bringing you here saved your life.
My life? But my leg. I'm so disfigured. I'm so pain.
I think we can help you with that.
I devoted my life to the Third Reich. I deserve proper medical care.
Now, do not worry. Dr. Hermann has a proposition for you.
I'm aware of your previous position in the propaganda ministry. Unfortunately, those services are not longer needed for the war effort.
So what is your proposition, Herr Doctor?
We have the technology to improve you.
Will this technology help the pain?
No. It probably will make it worse.
Then why would I possibly cooperate?
The way I see it, you have two options. Participate in our program and support the war effort, or, well, we bring you to street level in Berlin and you will be released.
Released to the street? Like this?
I would not recommend that choice, meine liebe Dame.
So what happens if I cooperate?
Oh, we will replace your leg with a network of hydraulics and a myriad of electronic devices which will be fusing into your bone structure and your muscle tissue.
Fused? What is that, fused?
Permanently attached. I have perfected the medical procedures over the years on live human subjects.
He really is quite a genius.
Once we see that you have survived the fusion, your left arm will be attached to the operational system of the Komet.
What is this comet?
Oh, the Messerschmitt 163 rocket fighter plane, of course.
Aircraft? I am not a pilot.
That is the beauty of this. You do not have to be a pilot.
You'll be integrated into the aircraft. Everything will be automatic. Have you ever driven a car?
Of course.
Oh, then you have nothing to worry about.
This is insane.
This is the offer. You either participate in the program, which I know you will do, or we will bring you up to street level where you will freeze to death in the gutters of Berlin within the next 24 hours.
Dr. Hermann, why don't you tell her about the pharmaceutical features of the Komet?
Certainly, the Komet features a constant intravenous system which will deliver a powerful painkiller directly into your bloodstream whenever you feel you need it, on the push of a button.
We would love for you to work with us, Frau von Fahlenburg. I have been a follower of yours for many years on the radio.
So what will happen after the surgery?
We will arrange a meeting with you and the new head of the Messerschmitt 163 program. His name is Colonel Raiden.
Ah, the jet fighter ace.
Yes, that is good. It is only a matter of time before your memories all start coming back. Remember, we are trying to help you.
Charlie, Roger, 031915. Looks like we're done out here. What the hell is that? That can't be right. Come on, Captain. Fly straight. Pay attention.
I'll take another, Margie.
That'll be your third in a row.
I'm aware of that.
Is everything all right, Captain?
Honestly, I got a little rattled today, Margie.
By what?
Something I saw in the sky.
What was it?
Well, I need to save that information for Colonel Thompson.
You might want to hold off that third whiskey.
Captain Williams.
Sir!
Interesting you wanted to meet here. Is there a problem?
Well, I'm not sure what I saw today, sir. I think I may be losing my nerve, and I don't want the other pilots to know.
Well, what do you mean exactly?
So, I'm in the sky today when I catch sight of two Nazi bandits coming up fast on the 17s.
Okay.
Because of the angle of the ascent and the speed of these things, I'm thinking it's those jets.
Yeah, the 262s.
Right. But I didn't see any jet engines.
Oh, is that what unnerved you?
No, sir. It's the raw speed of these ships. They had to be moving twice as fast as the 262s.
Were these piloted aircraft?
I think so. They were moving so fast I couldn't make out much before they were gone.
Well, don't worry, Williams. You're okay. We've had a couple of other sightings of these strange aircraft. I'm going to talk to British intelligence, see if they can give us some details.
Yes, sir.
Maybe your sight can be restored. Maybe your family is still alive. Maybe we will find allies. They will help us.
You speak nonsense, Jew. Forget about my family.
Why are you so sure they are dead?
No, but I do not want to speak about it.
As you wish. I have thought often of my family. My wife Miriam, our son Benjamin. They were kept in the Metal Bomb Doro work camp, which is near here, which is where we are going. Often I have thought of them. Our apartment in Berlin, dinners with friends, theater. All that alive now only in my mind. What about you? Your family? I know you had a brother.
Stop! No more! I have no family anymore! You prayed to live, yes?
Yes!
I prayed to die. But God has chosen to make me suffer. Perhaps to better prepare me for hell.
Anna, you are a young woman. What could you have done that is so terrible? Please. Tell me what you did.
My brother, Stefan, is mentally deficient. He's so kind and playful. He was so gentle. And he wanted to run and play. And then Krakow. My father was an accountant. I was learning French and taking piano lessons. My mother owned a dress shop. And some afternoons I would go down and help her sew. Look out the window. The wind coming in. the young, handsome man would walk by, I would imagine myself as one of the beautiful women on their arm. We would go dancing. All the other girls would be so jealous. The most handsome man on the arm.
And then the war.
We knew it was coming. My father went to enlist, came home to say goodbye. We were all weeping. We begged him not to go, but he had to. Poland needed soldiers. It's July, and he looked so strange in that uniform. He hugged and kissed us all goodbye. That was the last we ever saw. You know what happened.
And then September 30th. And Poland fell after a month of brutal fighting. And you should be proud of your soldiers, of your father. At least they fought back. France opened their doors like a bordello.
All that was left were my mother, sister, and me, and Stefan. My mother did what she could. She told the Germans she only had 2 children. She tried to hide him. She did what she could.
And you went and told the Gruppenführer that was in charge of your neighborhood about your brother.
They came the next day. They brought Stefan away. He was screaming and crying and kicking. I've never seen him fight. My mother and sister were weeping and crying, begging them not to do anything. They would do anything. My mother knew it was me. She told me to get out and to never return. She told me to go sell myself to the Shermans. The next day, they were taken for harboring undecided person. And sent to the assembly line. Even if they were alive, they ever even wanted back for what I had done.
I have done things too to survive. I called in the airstrike on the Kronstein. I am responsible for your blindness and the deaths of all those workers.
Go away! Leave me! Oh, please, I want to die.
Anna, I had to weigh your life, the lives of those other workers, against the lives of thousands and thousands of innocent people, people who are no better or worse than us. Anna, what were your parents' names?
Victor and Elizabeth.
Anna, I ask that in the names of Victor and Elizabeth, that you be forgiven for the terrible mistake that you made. I will not leave you. I have killed enough.
Herr von Braun, it's good to see that you are well. Would you like a beer?
That is a fine idea, Colonel.
I got the message you wanted to see me.
Yes, but first, I heard that Frau von Fahlenberg has been brought here.
Well, in a manner of speaking. She came here in pieces.
That's a shame to hear. Has her condition improved?
Some may consider it an improvement. Others may consider it an abomination.
Please explain.
She has volunteered for Dr. Herman's advanced pilot program.
Volunteered? I hope she was not coerced.
No comment.
Has she ever flown before?
Not before this program.
Then what could possibly qualify her as an advanced pilot?
Well, as you can see, I have benefited from Dr. Herman's talents.
Yes, I noticed. Has your eyesight improved at all since the accident?
Yes, 100%. In regard to Frau von Fallenberg, what Dr. Herman has achieved with her is beyond anything I thought possible.
Is that a fact? I should like to see for myself.
In good time. What news do you have for me?
It is no secret that you have been a vocal critic of the Komet program, our 163.
It's a death trap.
But you would still fly the Komet?
If I had to.
But you may not have to.
Meaning?
Colonel Hayden, what would you like to be flying right now?
Well, the beast, of course.
Yes, your 262. In hiding now, is she?
Well, she is about an hour south.
And what is keeping your jet out of the air?
The incompatible metals of the Junkers engines. The fans keep losing teeth in flight. It's very dangerous.
Colonel, I have located a dozen fan assemblies for you.
Of more precise manufacture, I hope.
I'm not sure, but it's enough of them to keep you in the air for some time.
That is welcome news.
I had them shipped here. Attention to you, of course. They will be here this week.
Well, they will be put to use immediately, Herr von Braun. Now I have some news for you, but probably not as welcome.
What would that be?
There is a SS officer sitting behind you. I believe he wants to talk to you. Well, I believe I will take my leave. Thank you for the parts for my 262.
Herr von Braun?
Is there a problem?
No. I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Certainly. Am I under investigation for anything?
No, you are not. Should you be?
No. I don't believe so.
The first question is, do you mind if I have the rest of the beer in the pitcher?
Feel free.
Good. Now, this next question may be difficult for you to fathom, but I would very much appreciate a truthful response.
All right.
If this war comes to an end and Germany is not in a victorious position, what would your plans be?
Captain, I assure you, I have never even contemplated such a...
Don't give me the party response. I would very much appreciate an answer to the question.
I am unsure how to answer.
All right. Herr von Braun, are you aware that both the Americans and the Russians are very interested in your work, particularly your work in rocket propulsion?
That's where I've seen you before. You worked with Isaac Abramovich the Kornstein.
You have a good memory.
On a good day, perhaps, but thank God you made it out of there before
The fall.
Captain, do you know what happened to Isaac? He and I used to work together here in Berlin many years ago.
I am aware. And no, I do not know his fate. I have one more question, and I would sincerely appreciate an answer to this one. If you could choose to continue your research in Moscow or New York, where would you choose?
New York, of course. The resources alone would be...
Thank you for an expedient answer.
At this point, I would sincerely hope that you are not working for the Russians.
Never understood why you people enjoy your beer served warm. Tastes like dog piss if it's not chilled.
Like they serve it at the baseball parks.
Herr von Braun, I'm afraid I must give you an ultimatum.
And what would that be?
The only way for you to make it out of here alive is if I escort you to the street level and you arouse no suspicion. I have a car waiting for us, and within 24 hours, you will be under the protection of the British and American forces.
How about we take a walk?
Malcolm, you remembered what I like.
There you go, Bob.
Thank you. You are a gracious host. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Colonel, out of all the time we've known each other, I believe that this is the first briefing that you have requested.
I have an issue that we need to discuss, and I also have a question.
Fine. I'm ready for the issue and question.
We're getting some reports from our pilots of seeing a new type of Nazi rocket.
You're referring to follow-up on the V2, I presume?
No, it's not that. It's a different type of aircraft.
What have you heard?
Well, it's an aerodynamic design. Some of the pilots have described it as looking like a flying wing, but it's the speed of the aircraft that really has them concerned.
Faster than the ME-262?
Oh my gosh, is it faster. The gunners on the B-17s are telling us that with the ME-262, as fast as it moves, they have a hard time lining it up in the sight and thus have a hard time doing a shoot down. But with this new aircraft, before they can even identify it as an enemy aircraft, it's gone.
This is what I've been concerned about. The Nazis will keep fighting until there's nothing left, until every one of their resources is depleted.
Malcolm, to be perfectly honest with you, I've always thought the war would end just like that.
I've been in contact with Andrew. You know, you met him here last month.
Yes, Andrew. How is he doing on his hunting expedition?
Now, to refresh your memory, there were two targets that were felt to be critical. One was Colonel Ryden, who is head of the ME-262 program. The other, Dr. Werner von Braun, who is head of the V2 rocket program. Andrew had somewhat of a meeting with them.
Oh, well, tell me about it.
The meeting was beneath the streets of Berlin. Down there, the Germans have an extensive network of bunkers, medical facilities, and also assembly hangars.
So what was the outcome of that meeting?
Andrew was present at a meeting with Ryden and von Braun. After the meeting, he was able to have a private conversation with von Braun. During that conversation, he revealed his identity to von Braun and was able to convince the scientist to leave Berlin with him.
So Andrew acquired von Braun just like he said he would.
Correct. However, once von Braun was out of Berlin and with the proper individuals, Andrew was unable to track down Ryden again.
Malcolm, you're telling me that Andrew was in this meeting with von Braun and Ryden?
Yes.
Was he able to gather any useful information?
I believe so. The aircraft that your boys have been seeing is actually the ME-163. It's not a jet plane. It's powered by the rocket technology that powers the V2.
Good grief. Well, that sounds like nothing more than a death trap.
That's what some of the German pilots, including Ryden, have called it. But even if the 163 is taken out of the equation, we still have potentially another problem.
It gets even worse?
Ryden has found parts to reinstate whatever ME-262s are left, including his own.
Oh, my.
So, you have a question for me?
Well, I did have a question, but based on our discussion, I think the answer is a foregone conclusion.
Feel free to ask me anything.
Well, you remember Major Cole Phillips, don't you?
Of course. He's the Daredevil pilot that you sent home last month.
Indeed, I did. And I've come to learn something about Daredevil pilots.
What's that?
They like being Daredevil pilots.
I imagine so.
Cole's been back in the States now for about a month, and he's been begging me to get back into the game.
So, what's the question?
Do you think I should let him back in the game?
I would be most disappointed if you did not.
Despite wave after wave of bombers from the U.S. 8th Army and the Royal Air Force, production of the Komet continued, as did production and reconstruction of the ME-262 jets. While fuel for the regular German army was running critically short, a large part of the fuel for this new generation of Nazi warbirds came from alcohol, created from farm crops.
Very nice, very nice.
How's your leg feeling?
Better.
Excellent. Now, today on the agenda, we have a meeting.
With Colonel Ryden.
Yes, however, there is something you need to know about Colonel Ryden.
What is that?
I have done some reconstructive surgery on the colonel.
Similar to what you did for me.
Not as superior.
His injuries involved burns and damage to his eyesight. He had a rough landing with one of his aircraft.
A rough landing? Is this what you want me to fly?
Yes, but don't jump to conclusions. Colonel Ryden has become the foremost authority on operating the Komet.
This is an opportunity you do not want to pass up.
I will entertain a meeting with the Colonel.
Frau von Fallenberg. I remember listening to you while I was skipping through the heavens. I respect your work for the Third Reich.
I did what I was called upon to do.
Yes. Tell me, how was the pain?
It was horrific when I first woke up in this place. I would have done anything to make it stop.
I am sure Dr. Herman was aware of that.
So, what have I gotten myself into?
Would you like the party line, or would you like to know the truth?
Whichever will keep me alive.
I will tell you everything I can.
They are expecting me to fly an airplane. Dr. Herman knows that I have no experience with this, but he tells me it will be just like driving a car. Now, Colonel Ryden, I do not believe it will be that simple.
Frau von Fallenberg, it is an impossibly difficult task.
And yet they expect me to fly this airplane.
It is not an airplane. It is beyond an airplane.
Is it one of your jets?
Not one of my jets.
Show me.
I will. But first you must know the deficits. And after I tell you the deficits and you still want to be part of the program, then I will show you the comet.
The comet?
Yes, the comet. It is powered by a rocket.
Is it like the V2?
Very much like a V2, but no one expected to strap a pilot to the V2. The reason the comet exists is to destroy American and British bombers. The bombers fill the skies every day and every night. After all, that is why you left Berlin.
Yes, it was a nightmare.
It has only gotten worse. The comet takes off like a normal aircraft, but then you jettison the wheels.
What happens then?
The air drag on the wheel assembly would reduce the speed of the comet. You simply point the vessel at the group of bombers and open the throttle. You should reach the bombers in about 3 minutes.
In 3 minutes? How fast does this vessel go?
Faster than any aircraft in history. I would tell you that my first journey upward was the most thrilling experience of my life.
But then you have to get back.
Exactly. You fire at the bombers as you go past, and then within a few seconds, the comet runs out of fuel. The comet itself is designed to be a functioning glider, so all you have to do is turn around and glide back down to Earth.
But what about the enemy fighters?
They cannot touch you on the way up. Nothing can. However, on the way back, you are gliding. You are an easy target. This is why most pilots only make it through 1 or 2 missions.
And how many missions have you done?
I crashed on my 7th mission. After the first mission, I realized that to increase my chances of landing, I had to go into a steep nosedive called the drop.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yes, but remember, you have no landing gear. You must glide safely down into whatever grassy field you can find. And in this free fall, you are at the mercy of the wind. And if you pull up too late, then you will hit the ground too fast. That was my fate on my last mission.
What will happen if you pull up too soon?
Then the enemy fighters will shoot you out of the sky and laugh about it all the way back to England. So, do you still want to see the comet? Herr Doctor, I almost didn't recognize you. You've changed your appearance.
I have very exciting news. I've been asked to be the new personal physician of the Führer.
Ah, congratulations are in order.
Well, thank you.
Is Frau von Fallenberg ready to see her aircraft?
Oh, Frau von Fallenberg is in her personal quarters. But first, let me see my handiwork. How is it progressing?
If you insist.
Seems to be healing adequately. Of course it will heal faster if you wouldn't wear this.
I do not like to remove my shield, Herr Doctor.
Your decision, of course, Colonel. On a different note, I've heard that your Messerschmitt 262 is being repaired.
Ah, the day I can fly my beast again. That would be a great day.
Would you like to retrieve Frau von Fallenberg for me now, please?
Absolutely, Herr Doctor. This is your aircraft.
Isn't it beautiful? You told me it was small, but it fills the room.
Only a portion of a larger space. The walls tilt backwards and roll out so the aircraft can be towed to its launch point.
Good afternoon, pilots. Nurse Clara.
Herr Doctor?
Be careful on the stairs.
The rocket engine of the 163 is constantly being modified. The older versions leak fuel and could be very, very dangerous.
Very volatile fuel indeed. Any improvement is very welcome.
Frau von Pallenberg, the difference between the 163 and my 262s, or any other aircraft in the Luftwaffe arsenal, is that the Comet has one specific purpose.
Designed to destroy bombers, not to engage in close combat with fighters.
Yes. Very good. The goal is, of course, to destroy the bombers before they drop their payloads.
Can the bombers be seen from the ground level?
The American bombers fly at such high altitude, you can see the contrails from their engines.
You will recognize them. They used to listen to your broadcasts.
Oh, night bombers are much more difficult.
The British bomb at night, and it's harder to see them. We tried the 163s against the British, but it did not work. So now we only bomb during the daylight hours.
So, Colonel Raiden, assuming I can actually get this thing up into the air, what am I supposed to do with it? How many bombers are you expecting me to target?
1, if you are lucky. 2 would be extraordinary.
And my armament?
2 30mm cannons. The same as my 262s. Excellent weaponry, and designed to bring down larger targets.
You will be most dangerous.
But how many bombers are usually in these groups?
Hundreds. Like a flock of birds.
Forgive my frankness, but that hardly seems worth the trouble.
But it is.
Frau von Fallenberg, if you would have seen what I have seen, you would realize that any reduction in the carnage and destruction visited upon our civilians would be worthwhile.
Your mission will save lives.
In Dresden, they used incendiary bombs. So many, they created a firestorm, burning the whole city. Of course, they destroyed a few military installations, but thousands of innocent women and children were burned alive. That happened last week in Dresden.
So I fly up, shoot what I can, and then fly back and land.
That is the general idea.
The general idea? Colonel Raiden, please explain the specifics.
Once you're in the air, you have a maximum of 4 minutes before your fuel is exhausted.
But a very effective 4 minutes.
With the full capacity of the rocket engine, you will use that 4 minutes to reach the altitude of the bombers.
So I shoot one bomber, 2 if I am lucky, and then I have no fuel.
That is correct. The 163 was designed to glide back to the landing field.
You will glide like an eagle.
Colonel Reid, you might want to explain the situation of the landing gear.
What is the situation with the landing gear?
This is the fastest aircraft that has ever existed. In our array trials, we found that the landing gear slowed the 163 in flight. So now, you jettison the landing gear shortly after takeoff.
You will not need it.
It is easy, very smooth. Once you jettison the landing gear, the fuel, and the shells from the cannon, the 163 is a very lightweight aircraft.
Now, there's some modifications I've made for you, Frau von Fallenburg. Now, when you fly to higher altitudes, it gets cold very fast. So I added a few heating elements for your comfort.
Frau von Fallenburg, you will appreciate this feature.
Colonel Raiden will teach you on the controls of the aircraft. It works exactly like the previous Komets, except for one switch. This switch has a cover. When flipping the lid, you can hit the switch and it will administer a small but potent dose of opiates directly into your bloodstream.
Opiate? A painkiller?
Yes, a very powerful painkiller. It is difficult to estimate the amount of pain you will have to endure at such high altitude, but it may be considerable.
But you will not feel a thing.
Frau von Fallenburg, my 163 does not have this feature.
Please be advised, this medication must not be administered on your way up. It will have an effect on your reaction time and your judgment.
I understand.
More than one dose is dangerous. 3 or 4 doses administered very close together will be lethal.
Gentlemen, that's the Kronstein. There was a V2 rocket factory in there that was single-handedly taken out by Major Cole Phillips last month. I don't like it out here. Not enough happening. We haven't seen anything in the sky. Wait! High noon. Check it out. That's a scout. Probably a whole squadron of them up there, scattered. All 109s. If it's a fight they want, it's a fight they're gonna get. Here they come. Pick your target, stick with it. Watch your ammo.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Captain.
Major Phillips.
Yes, Captain. How you doing?
I thought you were shipped stateside last month, sir.
I was. They threw me a nice, cozy desk job in D.C. Until I got a call from the colonel.
Have a seat, Captain Williamson. What did I join? The Major and I have been talking about the formation of an elite squadron of fighters that we're going to have ready for the Germans who are planning something real big.
Oh, Lord. What might that be?
Captain, Have you noticed the bandits thinning out up there lately?
As a matter of fact, I have. Me and some of the boys were talking about that.
And why do you think that is?
Well, we've torched so many of them, I figure they're about out of planes.
Not quite yet, unfortunately.
Well, intelligence tells us that their most seasoned pilots have all been grounded.
Why would they do that?
That'll give time for their assembly facilities to put together more and more of these dangerous aircraft.
How long do you think that'll take?
Oh, maybe a month, maybe 2 months. There's not any German manufacturing capacity left right now. And there's a huge hunt underway right now for parts.
I've heard that they've been scavenging all the crash sites all over Germany looking for parts.
The Luftwaffe targets are hard to find right now. But getting back to our plans, the squadron that we plan to form will be based close to Germany, right inside our lines, Captain Williams, and that way it will reduce the reaction and flight time way down.
You see, we get the word on the targets, and we're in the air in 30 minutes.
So, what exactly is it the Luftwaffe is planning?
They're going to bet that we get overconfident.
And with fewer and fewer Luftwaffe flights, you guys are going to feel like you own the skies.
And then Luftwaffe's going to hit us hard.
I've been consulting with Major Phillips on this squadron that we're trying to put together. I said, give me a list of the best pilots we have. And Captain Williams, your name is right there at the top, behind his.
Of course.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Major.
When the Nazis engage this plan, they're going to throw everything at us. Their best props, their jets, anything else they can find.
The Germans are trying to prolong the war.
Captain Williams, you are absolutely right. And we cannot allow that to happen.
I'm in.
Are you sure you do not want to wear your safety harness?
No, I cannot breathe in that thing. And Nurse Clara, where is the doctor?
He is with Herr Hitler. He joined him this morning.
He should have been here.
I am sure you will do fine. I have a few reminders for you.
Yes?
Please remember to jettison the wheel carriage just before you elevate the aircraft.
Of course. And what else?
Have you identified the red button to release the pain medication into your bloodstream?
Oh, yes. It is right next to me.
Please use this sparingly. If you use it too much, you will become unconscious, and this flight will be over very quickly.
I understand.
Very good. I am sure you will be interested in knowing that you are flying the last Komet created at this facility.
And why is that?
The bombings, of course. They have destroyed almost all of the factories, providing essential goods for the Komet.
So, does that mean my aircraft is missing parts?
There have been some last-minute modifications.
Please, explain.
Well, your canopy was originally a one-piece unit. What you have is a two-piece unit with a divider down the middle.
But does that make a difference?
As long as you do not dive too fast after hitting your target. Beyond 1,000 kilometers per hour, the canopy may split and fall away.
I will try to dive slowly. And what else?
Also, the interior comfort heaters did not arrive. So when you get to the level of the bombers, it will be very cold.
I will freeze to death.
Now, you will only be at that critical altitude for 3 minutes. I am sure you will be fine.
I hope your enthusiasm is well-founded.
One more reminder. Unless it is absolutely essential for your mission, there is to be no radio contact. Remember, there are many ears on us now.
I am ready now.
Good luck to you, Frau von Fahlenburg.
Frau von Fahlenburg, I will be guiding you through your takeoff.
Once you're airborne and headed towards the enemy bombers, you are on your own. I simply will not be able to keep up with you. So listen carefully. Locate the rocket ignition switch.
Yeah, I have it.
Now engage the rocket. Excellent. Do not make any sudden movements mid the throttle.
I don't know if I can do this.
Of course you can. Increase the throttle. Faster! Frau Fallenberg, you must clear the 3 line. More throttle and lift off. Elevate the aircraft, woman.
Throttle up!
Disengage the wheel carriage now. Good. You are enjoying this. You are focused. Now look up. Will identify the contrails of the American bombers.
I see them, but I was told there would be hundreds. These are scattered.
We never know how many at any given time. If there are only a few, the number of fighters will be diminished.
That would be welcome.
I am ending the radio transmission. Good luck to you.
Frau von Fahlenburg? Frau von Fahlenburg? Frau von Fahlenburg, are you all right?
I must have lost consciousness during landing.
In that case, you are a very lucky individual. Did you go a little too far on your pain medication?
I believe I did. The pain was unbearable. It was so cold.
But you made it back. And your mission was a great success.
Was it?
Yes, you shot down 2 bombers on your first flight. That is excellent.
I want to go up again. Get me back up there!
Anna, please, I must rest. I'm very weak.
My eyes still hurt. Thank God they are not completely blind. Everything is still so blurry. But there does appear to be buildings in the distance.
Anna, we must keep our voices down. Wait here a few moments. That is the metal Baldoro work camp. My family might still be here, but all I could see was a flag with a swastika on it.
But what should we do?
Anna, you must remain here. You are nearly blind. It is too dangerous for you. I will go to the camp. If I am not back in an hour, go on without me.
I understand. Thank you, Isaac.
Ha! Do not go any further.
Get up, you! Please, help me. I need water. I said get up! Please, help me.
I said get up! I told you to get up!
Please. Who are you? Where am I? Please. I am wounded. I am from the rocket factory. I have survived the attack. I have information. Useful information. Oh.
You, if you are still alive, get up! Please don't shoot.
The rifle is not loaded.
How do you know?
Because if it was, you would have shot me. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Hans. I was given this uniform and I was sent here. Please let me go. I have never killed anyone.
Where are the guards and the other prisoners?
They fled when they heard about the factory being attacked. They left us all behind.
Why did you stay?
We drew lots who would stay. I lost.
You poor young fool. Take off that uniform. With any luck, you will be found by the Allies. Stay off the road. Do you know what French and English sound like?
I do.
If you hear it, go slowly towards them, hands up. When you see them, drop to your knees and surrender. Now, go!
Nearly gone. Time to turn back.
You seem to have me at your advantage. You can pull the trigger if you wish. I am here looking for my family. If they are dead, I have no desire to
Isaac?
Captain? My God, it is you. What are you doing here? Are you searching for my family?
No, Isaac. I came here to find you.
How did you know I would be here?
It was my calculation that you would come here looking for your family.
Very good calculation. I am here, but do you know what has happened to my family?
I know where they are.
Are they alive?
Yeah. I saw to it that I not leave with the others. I knew that if you were alive, you would make your way here.
Captain, what is your real name?
Andrew.
Andrew, will you please show me where they are? I do not seem to know my way around here very well.
Certainly.
Frau von Fahlenburg, you will be pleased to know that we finally got the heaters in for your pilot station. They were installed last night.
Ah, that is very good. The tissues around my artificial limbs have been very cold and very painful.
This will help. Is there anything else?
Nurse Clara, the fog is very heavy. Is it a good idea that I go up?
At the speed that you are traveling, you will slice through the clouds in a matter of seconds. Then the sky will be yours.
I can only hope.
Right around here that I saw one of those rocket planes. A lot of fog down there, Captain. There it is. Good eye, Captain. Not moving so fast yet. Let's give him a hello. Sorry to ruin your day.
Faster! Faster!
They're picking up speed now. Lord, the acceleration on that thing. I got the latest model P-51 here, and your ass is mine.
No one catches von Fahlenburg. No one! You don't understand. I am the fastest human on Earth!
That is a rocket, gentlemen. We can't catch him, but we diverted it from the 17s. Where does that pilot think they're going?
Altitude 30,000 meters?
You're alive.
Oh my God, Isaac. It is you. It is you.
I dreamed of this day. Seeing you alive. It was sometimes all I had to keep me going.
It was hard work, but it was not as bad as the mines. I mean, they gave us bread every day. It is all right. We are together.
Benjamin. Where is Benjamin?
They separated us months ago. The Germans were losing the war. Today we woke and there was no roll call. The officers were gone and the soldiers were leaving. They only left one behind.
He is gone. He is gone. It is all right. We have each other and we will find Benjamin. No. I have a young friend who needs us. Come, I will take you to her.
Okay, we go. Who's there?
Anna, it is Isaac. I have found my wife.
I am Miriam Abramovitz. You will come with us. The Germans said the Allies were approaching, mostly American and English soldiers. It will be all right. I speak some English.
You will take me with you? Of course.
You need medical attention.